Ladies and gentlemen, the long-awaited, highly anticipated, we got the can and the string from here to O'Fallon Township in Illinois, talking to a guy who, for me and for the rest of us until he informs us, is called Dave the Goalkeeper from O'Fallon Township High School. Dave, you want to
Yes, sir.
unveil your name?
Yeah, you're right there with it. My name is David Cole, but as everybody then at O'Fallon and whatnot knows me as Coach Dave.
Beautiful. And you don't get there easy, man. If somebody calls you that, you've been about something. Have you been a goalkeeper all your life?
I actually have not. My natural position in soccer was a left back. Of course, I've played multiple from being a kid to being older, but as I got older, the more I kind of switched to playing defense and played left back from high school all the way through the rest of my career.
Okay, so you're a beginner and you got lucky, right? Because you got the all metro goalkeeper. You've been training the all metro goalkeeper.
That is correct.
Did you read some books or did you just feel the nature of the position and understood it?
I kind of did a little bit of simple research whenever, Coach Judasak asked me to want to be more focused on the goalkeeper positioning coach and stuff. And, as a defender goes, then you kind of also understand what some of the goalkeepers want or need in certain things, which is being in the game in general and stuff like that. And then obviously then once I was starting to do that more, I also then reached out to a couple of my friends that are goalkeepers and stuff and kind of had them send me some good drills that they do and stuff along the lines and kind of took it from there and made adjustments as I needed.
That just made you well certified Hall of Famer, Dave. Congratulations, man. I mean to tell you, it just doesn't happen. I mean, you put some blood, sweat, and tears in this toil, man. Nice going.
Yes, I appreciate that. There's a lot of I'm the last one to almost have to thank. I couldn't do it with one. The great Lord above. I couldn't do it without Coach Judasak himself of putting me in that position. And last and final, can't do it without the girls that I train with, especially this past year, Brent Ori.
Yeah, man. I mean to tell you, she's well certified to the big power 10, man. I mean, it's infinity. I mean, she's unbelievable. What a very young, nice young lady you have there.
Yes, and that's another thing that can obviously make my job a little bit easier than most coaches and whatnot is the absolute talent and whatnot that I do have with her and how young she is, but how mature she plays and everything like that. So a lot of good credit does go to her.
Yeah, the secret sauce in in your methodology is sometimes just leave it alone, man. Just leave it alone.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, man. So, Dave, congratulations again. I mean, if somebody took a back seat and don't understand the game, and don't understand the O'Fallon Township High School has been bringing A game for several years now. I don't know how long you've been around, but you would never have to take a back seat to anybody anywhere.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, I've been at the school for just over 5-ish years now, going on 6 and everything like that. And just across the board, the competitive nature that the girls have had in the program and whatnot has been a true generational blessing, I should say. Like we're very, very fortunate as a school and a community and a program to be able to have the amount of talent that we've had just come in and be in and a part of it throughout the years. Sometimes a school gets lucky and has a great generational year for 1 year and that's it. And, maybe they go back to struggling. But, we've definitely been on that very fortunate side where we just keep girls coming in and, they keep coming in at a high level. So it makes our job, that much easier and stuff for what we're able to kind of work with and do.
Yeah, the passion of your supporters hasn't waned at all. I mean, you get the full story, man. When you put O'Fallon Township on your schedule, that's for sure. And when you come over to Missouri, it's all about the PKs after no ties.
Mm-hmm. Nope, exactly. I mean, that's a good thing that we now are able to do is people then have a simple either fear or it just helps get that school, amped up that much more whenever they know they're playing us. Just as we know whenever we do play the certain Missouri schools and things of that sense, those are our targets that we also like to look for, and we look forward to scheduling more and more of the St. Louis schools that we are able to do because they always bring a good high level to help us make us who we are.
Well, by the power invested from me, by me, for me, I welcome you to the goalkeeping union, brother. I mean, you are, and then you're not, but you are now one of us, baby.
Yep. Once you're in it, whether you play the position or you become a coach about it, you got to learn it and do it, and you know exactly what it takes of being a goalkeeper in that aspect. And so, yeah, once you're a part of it in some way, shape, or form, you're part of the goalkeeper union.
There you go, G Money. And all we ask is you pass on what is shared in a loving way.
Yes, definitely.
So here we go, bro. And you don't act crazy like those old keepers from, the mythology of the crazy goalkeeper. We're the most sanest people you ever met, and I can attest after just a brief conversation with you, you are all there, brother.
Oh yeah.
So, do you do the boys and the girls?
No, I just strictly stick with the girls.
All right. Now, does O'Fallon Township have a goalkeeping coach with the boys?
That I remember back when I was in high school, many moons ago and whatnot, they did have one. I don't know if they still currently do or anything of that sense. I do know they have a good handful of assistant coaches and whatnot, so I don't know if one of them every now and then goes and does stuff with a goalkeeper or if they specifically have one in general. That I'm unsure with.
So all your experience, and if you want my opinion, I'll give it to you before you answer, but I'm curious about your answer. You're on both sides and you see the experience, strength, and hopes. What do you think about a school and or a head coach who say, hey, you get me, you got to have a goalkeeping coach?
That is, I'm sorry, go on.
Good. No, that's enough.
I was going to say that is it's one of those special positions where it does definitely help. I mean, regardless of a certain sport, and whenever you got that special position where not many people play it or want to play it or have a knowledge to play it, it does kind of help having one other person to kind of take that one little lead and take that thing, especially in, the game of soccer and whatnot. The goalkeeper positioning is, there's very few people, just even if they play the sport, don't really know what all the ins and outs of a goalkeeper is, other than, hey, don't let the ball go in the net. But, there's a lot more that goes to it and that you got to be prepared for and stuff like that, and the amount of pressure that's on that type of person. And so different things to kind of help that goalkeeper out as much as possible in and out of the game is it's almost kind of a little crucial point.
Oh. Well, let me tell you something, pal. You just went into the Whale Certified Hall of Fame again. We're going to put a picture of you in there. And the story goes is I'm willing to go with you over to the O'Fallon School Board to say, hey, we need some funds.
Yeah.
All right. So as you go, do you have any thoughts on grass versus AstroTurf?
I'm a big, as long as the grass field is nice and it's got quality to be able to play on, I'm 100% a grass over turf type of person. I do not like turf in a lot of reasons, more so with injury bases and stuff like that. But I just like the natural feel of a grass, and I feel like it definitely just suits our game a whole lot better. And of course, being around the girls and stuff like that, knowing the ACL injuries and things, and that's all sports across. But turf tends to lead to a lot of those unnatural injuries and stuff that take away from a game and things like that. But I mean, yes, if it's like absolutely a downpour rain and a slop fest, then okay, then you might want to be on a turf field, then all fine. But on a perfect day that you could imagine, I'm grass all day long.
Amen. The story goes with the goalkeeper because he mentioned uh, the girl about the ACL. Uh, it's a real thing, and one has to prepare them. How can you enlighten us on how do you prepare for that?
As far as how do I prepare my athletes, or prepare in what? Could you like rephrase that type of question for me?
I sure can, and you come from a long list of people. They don't know whaleisms yet, but you're really knowing how to do it. That's supposed to be a joke. Okay. All right. All right. Thank you very much for that. That's one of the best fake laughs I ever heard in my life. You know your lessons well, man. Nice going. Is that the story comes out is that because you're so uh, involved in being the best human being you can under the guides of your good orderly direction from good old God, is that how do you prepare yourself for insight for research about the ACL, about how the mind of a young teenager is developing, and the mannerisms in what the words said, that it's more about how they feel than what the instructions of the word was.
Right. Okay. So I kind of got it. So the best thing I sometimes like to tell a lot of my athletes is, if you think something bad is going to happen, it's generally going to happen. And
Mm,
it's hard to almost tell them to prepare by not preparing in that sense, because you never want to try to prepare yourself of how am I going to get injured today, or how am I not going to get injured today? Because if you have that thought, whether you're going into a tackle, you're coming out for a ball or something, and you have that thought and you don't just go with your full ability without the thought of being hurt, then you'll most likely be okay. As long as you think, hey, I'm just going to play my hardest and do what needs to happen. And then, injuries are one of those things that no one can be around and it can happen, or four or five people are around you and that's when it happens. It's one of those
yeah.
things that, as much as you would love to prepare and do like injury prevention, I know we do a lot of injury prevention aspects to kind of strengthen knees and joints and ankles and stuff of that sense. Sometimes even the best preparation work, just isn't good enough, because it's just the moment that was meant to be in that time, where it was just the freak thing that happened. And so as much as you do want to prepare, it's very hard to prepare for injuries in that sense.
Well, I'll tell you this, pal. You're at a goalkeeping union, and I'm going to reach out. I hope you're my friend. I'm. That was fantastic. That's
Yeah.
yeah. That really says it all. But the education of it, uh, how to about it. Same way with concussions. I
Yep.
mean, yeah. I I'm 68 years old and I feel very comfortable in a darkened room. so, so it's a long story. A lot of
Hey, we
yeah.
all very well could, especially on the concussion side, where it's like you've had so many, and you're just like, I just want to see some darkness, but without ending my life. I'd like to be alive, but I'd like to see some darkness.
Beautiful, baby. So you got 5 more minutes with me, Coach?
Yes, sir.
All right, great. So you have the best of the St. Louis area with the all metro. It's taken everybody. They got a best 11, which is very good. And this and that. But to be all metro, you know, I'm after interviewing Brain. Do I have it right? How do you pronounce it? Brandon?
Bren.
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 Yeah,
Yep.
after interviewing, it was like a no-brainer, just. But far as the stats and everything, were you all kind of surprised when she was picked as the all metro, or were you say, well, that comes along with the prize?
It's almost like kind of hard to kind of pinpoint on that for it being, solely on her because, the defense also did a whole lot of great things for her and kind of kept her, calm with a lot of things. But at the end of the day, yeah, for sure. Whenever she did have to come up big or make a big save and whatnot, she was right there doing it and everything. The shots on goal and everything like that. Almost some people could argue because there's probably other goalies that faced more shots and everything like that. But the overall quality of saves consistently that she provided and everything like that, let alone the number of shutouts that she was able to keep on board, that speaks high volumes, whether it's Bren herself or, the defense and the rest of the team playing in front of her.
Right. It's such a big thing. Uh, as far as the whale certified goes, the shutout, you say, hey, come on, man. That's a team stat there. And because I came from a group of, my nickname was one shot, one goal whale. I mean,
Nice.
oh,
Bren
God.
would almost be right there with you in a way. There
Yeah.
weren't many shots that we were giving up, giving for teams and whatnot, but it was right then and there where, hey, sometimes they would get a shot and they would score. And this year, unfortunately, a lot of the goals we gave up were off a PK. And as you know, as a goalkeeper, that's it's almost impossible for you. The odds are never in your favor whenever you're a goalkeeper trying to save a PK.
Yeah, and now I'm starting to really believe the PK being into the goalkeeper's advantage. That hey, all the pressure's on the kicker. I'm not supposed to stop it. So
That is true.
let me be about me. And
Yep.
yeah, and so uh, I just want for you and the whole everybody. I'm trying to do a series of high school goalkeeping coaches in the area, and I'm very pleased to have met your acquaintance. I mean, there's Brian talked very highly of you, and Coach Dave. That's all you need to say. I think I can get out of a ticket over there.
I'll definitely be trying my best to stay around as long as possible at the school and doing what I've been doing for them for sure.
Yeah. Well, it's a custom here at Wales Certified to say, hey, Dave, whatever you want to say to who you ever want to say it to for as long as you want to say it for. This is your opportunity.
I mean, the main thing is for athletes or anybody in general, find something you love and keep doing it till you can no longer do it because time's sometimes not always your friend. And if you got the ability to do it and you got the time and the health and all the stuff of that sense, keep doing it until you no longer can't because it can get taken away and then you're just stuck with your thoughts and your memories and everything like that. But there's no greater feeling than being able to go out there every single day and be with a great team, a great group of girls and coaches alongside of you and be around the game that you love.
Right on. Right
or
on.
a job that you love. You know, it doesn't always got to be about
Yeah,
soccer or sports or anything. It's whatever you've got a passion for. Stay
that's
to
right.
that passion.
A job is different than a career, you know?
Yep.
And so that whole story comes is that I'm pumped up, baby. I'm pumped up. You really make it fun, and I applaud you, sir. I applaud you. Okay. So
Yeah,
anyway,
you definitely got to have fun while you're doing stuff. You can't just be going through basic motions and stuff and not having any enjoyment or fun with it. So it's always finding the fun nature of whatever you're doing to put that into your daily tasks and everything.
okay. Well, I hope you find Wales certified to your liking, that I passed your audition, and that
Definitely.
if I could ever be of a service, don't hesitate. And I have a, a Rolodex of extremely talented and passionate goalkeeping coaches all around the world. And I want you to know that I know you're Wales certified. And, a lot of other people could be Wales certified if they only try.
Yeah, no, they definitely could be and everything like that. And I definitely, yeah, for sure appreciate you doing your research and being able to find me and hear about me and whatnot and reaching out and us being able to schedule this whole ordeal and interview and everything like that. And if there's ever any another chance that you want to do it again, you as well don't feel like you need to hesitate to reach out with me if you have another topic or anything else that you want to talk about.
Right on, Coach Dave. If you see somebody wobbling over to you after a game or something, that's probably the whales.
Yep.
And
I'll definitely, if they're beamlining right to me, I already know that's probably got to be you because not many people will walk right to me after a game. So you'd be number one
yeah.
on my list.
So the upshot of the thing is that I still think about going up to the top 90 and taking it over the bar. But I'm going to have an attorney and my doctor with me in order to do that.
Yeah, that is very true.
All right, then. Take care, you big lug. I'm so thankful, grateful that I met you.
Definitely. And I appreciate it again, Kevin. Definitely.
Bye bye.
All right. See you.